Hello Aquarius, and thanks for joining me for the July of 2021 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem. This is Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I have over 30 years in the metaphysical field. I do tarot, I create decks, I do astrology, I write books, and I channel, I do all sorts of stuff. If you want to find out more about all those things, you can look below to the links or just go straight to my website. This is the reading for Aquarius Sun sign, Rising Sign, and Moon. We're going to go ahead and use the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my own design, as we always do, for the main reading. Then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, also my own creation. If you're a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be 3 more cards pulled from the Earth Warriors in the extended reading, which is available through Patreon level 2. This month I'm going to try something new, and we're going to do also a Dictiomacy message, where you just open, ask a question and point, and you get some answers through the book. So we're going to use my book, the Transmissions for Humanity. Alright, so let's go ahead and start shuffling our cards. We're going to do the card reading first. Ooh, a whole bunch of stuff just flew out. And these want to come too. So what I've done is I have shuffled the cards in between the readings, and what I'm doing now is just doing a very loose shuffle to allow spirits and angels to pull the cards that are right for our Aquarius friends for this month. By the way, this is your full moon month, so we got to talk about that. But first I want to mention, as I'm doing the reading and pulling the cards, look at these cards and let them talk to you, because you can get a message this way. But if something catches your eye, follow it. If it looks like a word or another word that it isn't even, follow it. Like right here, we could look at sin, S-I-N. I actually saw pin, P-I-N. But, let your own subconscious mind call to you. And it could go frontwards, backwards, round and back, one card to the other. So let that happen, because that's how you can get personal messages from the general reading. Okay, so first of all, we want to talk about, this is your one and only full moon. You get every year, you get a new moon and you get a full moon. So this month is your full moon, and it's occurring on the 23rd of July. So, well, at the time of your full moon, people are like drawn to you. The light kind of shines on you. But also you could get a lot of insights and downloads, realizations, big aha moments. Things could be revealed to you. You could all of a sudden, have these, you've got the full moon on this card too. And it's this, you have the 8 of Cups down here, which is a card of leaving things behind and moving on. And that's also what the full moon does too. It kicks off a period of waning. So there's a new moon, and then it gets fuller and fuller and fuller. This is the time of manifesting new things, and it gets full, and things come to culmination. And then as it goes waning, goes back to the new moon, this is the time of releasing. So it's a very powerful time of releasing for everybody, but in particular for you guys, Aquarian. So the cards just all kind of tumbled right out here, so let's go for it. The Two of Swords in reverse. So this is talking about a decision has been made. So it could be a decision, it looks like it's a decision on your part. It may be a decision on this person's part, but a decision is made, and it brings a lot of happiness and joy. You've got this 3 of Cups here. This is a card of great happiness and joy and time of celebration. This could be an actual celebration, such as in the U.S. we're going to have the 4th of July, early in the month. But it also could be if you have a wedding anniversary or some kind of birthday party or something like that coming up. But it could represent those types of things, but really it's just a time of great happiness and joy, because there's a new beginning starting. You're planting these seeds, and there's a lot of happiness and joy surrounding it. It could be an actual wedding, and sometimes with this one, these two together, it could be like a pregnancy, we're celebrating the baby shower or something because somebody's, conceived a baby. You definitely have a soulmate relationship with this Queen of Fire, or this Queen of Rods. Now, there's no gender. This is general neutral reading. So the Queen of Rods could be a male or female. It's not necessarily a female. In the upright position though, and look how the rod points right up here. So probably part of this new beginning in some way, some form or fashion, and definitely a soulmate, because it's in the same row as the soulmate card. So the Queen of Rods is the soulmate energy that is helping you in some way, and then justice is right in the middle of it all. Justice, I think justice may have been out in just about every spread here. I said in one of the other readings, I wonder if there's going to be some government thing, you know, because I remember back last year, the justice was showing up for everybody, and then in the U.S. they announced these stimulus checks, you know. So maybe there's going to be some big law passed or some kind of government thing, but it is showing up in your reading as well. So justice would mean, you know, maybe some kind of signing of a legal contract. Maybe you could take advantage of some of these programs that are already in place. There's quite a few of them where, you know, even if you're a small business owner, you know, if you've seen a decrease, you know, there's all sorts of things. But in your case, it does seem to be tied into this Queen of Rods here. And he or she is a soulmate energy. Justice can also be karmatic justice. So if there's been something that you've been suffering through, justice means we're done with that. The scales are balanced. You don't have to go there anymore. And a lot of times with that full moon, that's that culmination. You are done with that. You don't have to go there anymore. So you've been, something that you've been waiting for, or that you've been kind of, you know, you're getting back into action. You're coming back to life. Or if you've been kind of down in the dumps, some of you might be going back to work, even if you've been off work for a while. Whatever this justice is and this whole thing, you do have temperance in a very prominent position. So your spirit guides and angels, they are listening to you. They are putting together circumstances and bringing people into your life. They're mixing up the perfect elixir for what is for your highest good and for your highest calling. And so you're being divinely guided. I'm gonna put that full moon divinely guided, divine guidance. You're being divine guidance, and it does feel like you're in the sync with it, like you're in flow with it. Because actually, you know, divine guidance is always being, the universe is always broadcasting. But you know, you could, so we don't always hear it or we don't always follow it. So it seems like you're really in sync with it, and you're really on tune, and you're really following it. So this full moon shows up on this card here, and it's you moving on. You're moving on. You're leaving things behind, and what I'm getting about it, they're saying something about you're leaving the nonsense behind. So if there's been something going on that you might deem as nonsense, you know, you're going to be able to leave that behind. You're making the decision to leave it behind, and it feels so good. Maybe that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it feels so good, because I think that's stronger. That's a stronger message. It feels so good. Yeah, it feels so good to make this decision and make this declaration. That's really what I'm getting. You're making a declaration. You're saying, this is what I'm doing. I'm moving. Maybe you're even moving. You know, maybe you're moving, physically moving somewhere. And it feels so good. What is that? Da 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 da, and it feels so good. Reunited, and it feels so good. So maybe for some of you there could be something like that where you're reunited. But it feels good, that's for sure. I'm hearing that really old song too now. If it feels good, do it. Do it if it's what you feel. My notes are way off on that. I'm way out of key. But if it feels good, do it. Do it if it's what you feel. That's a really old song. I might have to listen to that again. I'm just going to put it up over here on my tablet, and I'll try to listen to it later, because I can't listen to it on here. If you might want to listen to it too. If it feels good, do it. Yeah. Okay. I'm shuffling up for your animal tone, and I think I have it right here. He's got the squirrel energy. Squirrel always means money to me. And you may be able to squirrel some money away. Let's read what I wrote initially. Playful frolic, plentifulness, plentifulness, frolic, and play. Planting seeds for future prosperity. Moving with balance, grace, and speed. Healing through grounding in the earth. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, the frolic and play is what really stood out to me on this card, because I was just saying how if it feels good, do it. This says song by Sloan, but I don't think this might be an older song that I'm thinking of. Might be Leon Bridges. I'm going to have to just turn it on for just a second to make sure that that's the correct one. Probably going to be an ad too, right? Yeah, it's an ad. La 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 la. It's an ad for some movie. Ooh, I don't want it to get flagged for having the sound of that movie on here. Just a second. We're gonna do. There's more to come. We're gonna do this thing. Let me just see. I don't think that's it either. It's an old song from the 70s. If anybody knows the name or the artist, you know, put it in the comments. Before I do the Dictiomass, I just want to really quick show you these beautiful journals that I have. They turned out really nice. They're through Amazon. So if you have Prime, you can get shipping for free. There's lined ones for like writing, you know, text, and then there's also unlined ones that are just blank pages for a journal. So if you think you might be interested in that, please do check it out. Now let's go ahead and do our Dictiomassy message. Alright. What is the message for Aquarius for July? Earth reviving. You know, I can't get over this dang song. So I'm going to do one more thing. If it feels good, do it. I'm going to put do it if it's what you feel it. If it's what you feel, yeah. Stories, that's probably it. This looks like it's old 70s stuff. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, this is definitely it. So, the one I'm thinking of is by the Stories. So if you want to listen to it later, I have it on my screen. I'm going to listen to it later too. Okay, here's your message. Earth reviving. The truth must be told. Things are about to unfold. Unfold like an origami of infinite detail. The details are wide and far-reaching, exposing many to great waves of consciousness that are coming through at this time of unfolding that is taking place now. The great shifts are occurring in this world as well as others. We are all interconnected in infinite multiverse of time and space. One thing cannot change without affecting others. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, emphasis on the re. So yeah, this is talking about all being connected, and then we do have even this soulmate card here for you too. That message doesn't really have to relate to the rest of the reading, but I do feel like what it's saying is, you know, if you're making some big changes in your life, it's going to echo out. You know, it's that butterfly effect. It's echoing out into multiple timelines, multiple realities. You know, I already forgot how they put it. You're my first reading this morning. I'm up early in the morning because my neighbor's out there making noise and waking me up, which is not unusual. But yeah, so I'm up early. I thought I'd get your readings done and wish you a good full moon there, Aquarius. So thank you so much for tuning in and doing all the things that you do by purchasing my wares and liking and subscribing. I have books and decks, and I have all sorts of stuff that's on there. So if you wanted to get something nice for yourself and also help support me, you know, you can check out all my stuff. Also, don't forget that you are love and beauty incarnate. And there's things that you can do that don't cost anything, like liking and subscribing to get me back in rolling with the YouTube algorithm. That would be highly appreciated as well. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great full moon and a great month of July, and we'll talk to you again soon.